June 13th, 2016. Imagine, if you will, for your viewing pleasure, a future where terse interactions over the phone are unheard of and social gathering means meeting your friends in person. Perhaps you invite your friends over to watch the game, to play a board game, or just to enjoy being around people instead of a screen. You say that you will make chili. It's 5 minutes before they arrive when you notice, in your excitement, you've forgotten to make the chili. It's a chili emergency today on Cooking with Greaser.
Mr. Baseman, you got that certain something.
Sorry about that. Every time I try and cook chili, these little things show up. So, welcome back to the kitchen, cool cats. It's your friendly neighborhood cheapest malarkey greaser here. And at the request of my friend Toxic Wolf Wallaco, I'm going to be showing you how to make mango chili once I figure out how to open up this bottle. I can flick an egg open, no problem. Small plastic child-proof cap. You have met your match. But today's recipe, there are no scissors. That's alright, we may do. We're cool, we got a knife. Don't do that at home, by the way. I'm stupid, I can get away with it. So, today's recipe will be focusing on a little cheap throw-together chili that I worked on, which makes for excellent chili dogs. For this recipe, as I am not even remotely attempting to stall while I get this thing open in the cringiest, slowest, there we go, hallelujah. This is what happens when I try and cook without Elvis. Now, let's bring the camera in and show you what you'll be needing today. We've got sausage patties, the old stand favorite. And again, any meat you have, beef or whatever, it'll work just fine for this. We've got the A1 dry rub. Never forget to rub your meat. Ragu, or whatever sauce you have with you, tomatoes, Bisquick, brown sugar, mango salsa, garlic, meatballs, because why not, and the indestructible, unopenable Worcestershire sauce. Now, let's get serious. Completely failed taking my jacket off. Let's get started. So, first up, as you might recall, I like cooking hot and fast. For those of you joining us again, thank you very much for putting up with my collective and continuous unapologetic insanity. And for those of you new to the kitchen, welcome to a show where we watch exclusively a fat man who barely knows how to cook tell people what exactly they need to be doing. Alright, so you get a nice foundation of ragu sauce in here a while. We're wanting to try and get some sort of soup. We don't have much, but I'll show you a trick. My dad did this all the time and I absolutely hate it when he does it with condiments. But, go up to the sink, put just a little bit of water in there. Put the top on there. And now we're going to channel Bob Ross and shake the devil out of it. And that gets all the residual stuff in there pretty much out. Now, we take the old standby, the fan favorite from the last video, because why not cook with processed, cheap, terrible meat? But if you're a recurring customer for this series, you're probably here to watch me throw together barely edible pieces of food, or you're as low financial state as I am. So, as before, break it up into tiny little chunks. And if you're sick in the mind, you can pretend you're reenacting the end scene from Titanic. Never let go. Cue Celine Dion. I really hope my editing guide does not cue Celine Dion. I cannot stand her. But, yeah, just break it up. Because you like a nice meaty chili. Or at least I do. Because here in the United States, we do not believe in clear arteries. If you're anything like me, who has McDonald's once a week, you live and breathe by the mantra, nice clogged arteries are happy arteries. So, that's about 3 patties we put in here. Just tear it up. See here we're getting a small monument to the amount of beef consumed as we have a small tower. Now, essential to this operation, and the last one in the drawer, is a spoon. Just want to grab here firmly, give it a whoop, stir around. And if you're clinically insane like me, you'll be wearing a stark white bleached t-shirt while cooking with tomato products. You can hear the chili grumbling and complaining as it's aware that it's being cooked by an absolute simpleton. And we'll just cut up some actual tomatoes, because again, if you're familiar with this channel, you know I'm trying to diet and get in shape. So as many real, freshly grown foods that I can throw in this to delude myself into believing I'm healthy, the better. Okay, that legitimately sounded like it growled at me. You should be afraid. And don't let it spook you if it starts spitting and steaming. It's getting hot, so that's what we want. And again, as I said in the first video, cooking is a very intimate experience between you and whatever it is you're cooking. You just sort of gauge it by ear. This tutorial isn't exact. It's more or less a bribe to keep my friend Walico from shanking me so she can at last know my recipe for mango chili. By the way, can't highly recommend her enough. Wonderful person. And she just so happens to be a fursuit maker. I'll see if I can't put all relevant information about her business in the video description below. But if you're in the market for a suit for low prices, I'm not sponsored by the way, I really recommend her. I should be able to do an unboxing video soon of me getting my newest suit and finishing that up. Now we're going to want some more Worcestershire sauce in here to juice everything up. Again, not an exact science, just be absolutely horrible. Make all your gourmet cooking friends cry. Hello, Tash. Got a nice little soup going on. And since I'm instructing people on how to do this, I'm just going to take and turn the stove back a little bit. The most wonderful thing to cook with. Light brown sugar, or brown sugar in general. I just absolutely adore the taste. Let it rain from the heavens. That's good. Because I like a chili that has a nice balance between sweet and spicy. And the best part about cooking, if you're fat, you get to get away with doing this number. It is essential to always taste your food. I cook by taste. Yeah, doing good so far. Going to get a smaller spoon to avoid cross contamination. And we're going to load this bad boy up with garlic. Because as I've learned, garlic is actually a relatively healthy food. Who'da thunk it? Especially on this program. We're going to stir that in. And now, the A1 dry rub, which I'm going to avoid making further puns about because we're a classy show. Just a little bit. If you put in too much, that's fine. You can always add in additional brown sugar to want to balance it out. Stir this in here. Got a nice runny chili. I'm going to taste it again. I'm going to get away with just a little bit more of that. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to have friends over and you want to throw together a quick thing of chili while you watch, well, if you're anything like me, you'll be watching terrible old Godzilla movies and muting the television and inserting your own dialogue, making the movie just much better. And always go over the bottom of the pan. You never want anything staying on a heated surface for too long. Keep it mobile, keep it from burning. Yes, going pretty good so far. Now, I'm going to just throw in a couple of meatballs because why not? Best part of cooking, why not? Burning yourself also is up there a ways. Ow. And just a little extra meat. Because we're big, strong people, capable of doing whatever it is that our hopes and dreams are, if Sesame Street has taught me anything, and we need vast amounts of protein to keep the gun show going. Somewhere out there, someone is just cringing relentlessly, and I am terribly sorry. Now, here comes the fun part. Or would come the fun part. Here's the fun part for you, watching a full-grown man do battle with a lid. I never got that, by the way. I get the whole, it's sealed, it's nice, but that should be enough. I don't get why there's the plastic seal on the outside too. It's just like it's trying to make me look stupid. And I don't need your help to look stupid. But here we go. The mango salsa into the chili. It should start getting kind of tart and kind of tangy. Just put that in there. Stir everything in. Being careful of the landscape, because with the meatballs in there, it's going to want to splash or splot around. You're going to be hitting them, so you got to kind of just be careful and lift and move and lift and move. It's like almost an art form. I say as the one guy I know who went to culinary school, watches on in abject terror, screaming my name to the heavens. Sorry, Tesh. And as we can see here, it's looking pretty good. It's a nice, thick, meaty chili. Kind of runny, not that bad, but hang on. Did I spontaneously shave? Hang on. can make it, buddy. Well, heck, if the whole team's here and I got Elvis back on my side, I think we're going to make this a chili dog special instead of just chili. Now, to make this the best chili for chili dogs, seeing as how I've got everybody on my side, we're going to bust out the Bisquick and things are going to get crazy. That was stupid. I'm sorry. Alright, to thicken this up for chili dogs so it doesn't mush through the bread, I'm just going to start getting the Bisquick out, make a terrible mess, getting strangely intimate with the Bisquick. I'll call you later. Just stir that in there. Make sure the heat's all up. Again, I cook hot and fast, so medium's a comfortable area to want to be in. And it'll take a while to thicken. Don't fret if it doesn't thicken up immediately. The Bisquick will do its job. And now, since we got the Bisquick in there, it's time to rock. Because no chili dog special is complete without a frying pan for your wieners and some canola oil, because I'm poor and I can't actually afford pan cooking spray. Now, let's get over to the freezer. The hot dogs. Oh, come on. Damn it. We're out of hot dogs. Oh no. I can't let Elvis down. And the chili special can't be over this quickly after it began. Ooh, wait a sec. Like any good American, you always bring your own set of wieners in case a barbecue gets out of hand. Now it's time to rock. Right, now we're cooking with steam. Careful there. Just give your chili a quick stir. Again, be careful with the meatballs in there. The lay of the land is a bit bumpy and it's going to want to slop. Make sure you've turned everything off, because by this point it should be done, and it is. Hot dog time. Now, for this one, I'm just going to quickly, for the sake of my sister, and out of the bowl of chili you should get about, if you're having it in a bowl, you should get about 3 servings out of it. For the chili dogs, it should hang around for about a week. But for the dogs, we're going to crank that heat all the way up, because we're hot, fast, and reckless. And now I'm going to show you a little marinade that I use for the hot dogs. I'm going to get a little bit of water in there. And in that water, we're going to put about, I think, 1 part vinegar, and since I don't have soy sauce at the moment, 1 part one large part Worcestershire sauce in there. Stir it up. Now once these dogs start cooking, they start steaming, because we're going hot and fast. They're going to start singing here soon. You're going to take, and you're just going to pour in little tiny amounts of this so it cooks in it and it sort of seals the flavor into it. So, I'll talk to you once we're done frying hot dogs. And bada bing, bam, boom! You finish up with a nice looking dish of chili dogs. With Elvis on your side, anything's possible, and I am the low budget greaser that you've all known to come and mutually accept the existence of, reminding you that it doesn't cost a lot of money to make decent edible food. Now, if you don't mind, I've got an exterminator to call. Join us next time for the pizza special. Yes, I'd like to speak with Jim, please. Yeah, it's Caleb. Yes, the hedgehogs are back. Yeah, I was cooking chili. Well, it's a fat one, actually, this time. It looks like it's brought a whole family of them.